All right, and we are live and on the air. Crystal Lake Fridays 21 October is definitely knocking at the door. I am at dawn. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're doing well tonight. I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to getting back on track here. I've missed a couple weeks, but ready to go as long as we can. So we're just going to get right into it. We're going to do some quick plays. We'll see where it goes. What we usually do here on Crystal Lake Friday is we're just going to have a good time, play some horror games, and have some good conversations. So, hope everybody's doing well. It's Friday. The weekend is here. September is coming to an end. It's kind of depressing. I love the month of October. I love Halloween. I've been over this many times. Everyone knows this. But having that last weekend of summer, last weekend, was a bit of a downer. And now here we are rolling in because October is great. And November is kind of and then we get into December. And after December, up here in Canada, good thing we have the stream to keep each other company and keep each other occupied, because I'm not going to be doing much outside once the snow hits here. And I'm not even in a really cold part of Canada. But anyways, here we are. We're going to switch off Chad. I don't want to play Chad to start the night. We'll get to some Chad. Don't worry about it. But I want to go with my go-to, a little Deborah Kim. So that is the way we're gonna go.
Hello. Hello.
Oh my God, mute actually worked tonight.
Yo, what's up, guys? Does anyone have a mic? Hello.
Mute's actually working tonight, everyone. It's gonna be a good night. Hope everybody is having a great one wherever you are. In cyber world or in real life. Sorry I missed last week. I was actually away for the weekend, and it's been a couple weeks from the bits and pieces as well, so I need to get back on track. And that definitely, with October, it's like go time. It's time to go. So I was able to get a live stream up today from Walmart, just talking about some horror movies. I usually go there every year, check out the horror bargain DVDs. Yeah, they were all right, but selection was very limited this year. Kind of disappointed. So I'm probably going to check out some more Walmart, so there might be some more live streaming, but we'll see where it goes. We're just waiting for IDK Fern to ready up and we can get into this game. IDK Firm, we're all looking at you. Come on, bud. At least there's a mute button in this game. Thank you, Dank Potato. It actually works tonight. We have a mute button, ladies and gentlemen. We have a mute button. And I couldn't be more excited because offensive language will finally stay off this channel unless I'm the one that's saying it. And you know, with my polite Canadian ways, I tend to try not to do that unless I get really, really, really salty. My dog is up and at it whenever I start talking and I get animated because I'm energy tonight. I'm ready to go. She's like, what is going on? Why are you so excited? Because I'm not involved. So let me just give her a couple pets and while we're waiting for people to load in to the second load screen of this wonderful game, Friday the 13th, the game. Here we go, going right in. Pinehurst map to begin with. That's a Bloody Jason, so that is not us. Bloody Roy with the axe. Alright, time to get focused on the game. Oops. Sorry about that. Alright, Deborah.
What in the fuck is happening?
What is going on here? Because I selected to use the controller and Deborah's not working the controller. There we go. Because no more mouse for us on this this game. It's a little too challenging to stream and play with the mouse at the same time. We want to be effective. We want to escape unless we're Chad. But last time we played, we rocked it. Chad owned it. He was doing everything. He was repairing stuff, helping people escape. He was doing very un-Chad-like things. I think it's because it was Friday the 13th. Oh, gee, what's going on? Oiler Greg is up in the house. Hello to you as well. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Just starting up, just getting going. And there's nothing in here except an axe. Phasers Fire red shirt is in the room as well. Full Phasers Fire, but unfortunately it's gonna fly right through that cloud creature, we all know. Miscellaneous Mike has joined us. Hello. Good evening. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well, you too, red shirt. Deborah, I wasn't paying attention. Deborah got a little tired there. A little too much running. Just checking those cabins. And now everyone knows how this game goes. Just looking for those parts, a way to help out, and a way to escape. Mr. Matthews is up as well. He says, a cloud creature enters. Hey, anyone want all their blood drained? I smell a sickly sweet smell, kind of like honey and metal. So cloud creature is definitely nearby. And I don't have a map yet. I do not. So let's get down to the street. And head towards the big house, I guess. Check this cabin out first. Get Deborah a little stamina. It's the second time I've stumbled. Dank Potato is Jason. So we'll see how he performs. He was happy to know that there was a mute button that actually works tonight. So if you guys weren't with me just when the game started, the mute button is actually functioning for now. So all the toolboxes that are saying stuff we don't want to hear, or I definitely don't want to broadcast, should not be included in tonight's stream. That was a sleeping bag. I thought it might have been the gas canister. but it was not. Phone part. Alright, let's go check the big house to see if the phone part box is on there. OG says we can set out pints to tempt it, then bear trap. Uh-oh. Jason is on the map. I don't know if he's looking at me or if they're looking at the person just up to the right of us. Intibird, what's going on? Hello, he says hello people, nice to see you people again. Yes, I agree. And he's coming for me. Or maybe he's looking. He's morphed. Run for the house! Run for the house! Mr. Matthews says, so Pete, I had you pegged all wrong. I was almost so certain that you were out of town last weekend to take part in storming Area 51. He says, Mr. Matthews says, they needed you, I'm sure. I bet they did, man. I bet they did. It's funny, I read that story when I was in Montreal. I read that story about the two YouTubers. I think they were from, like, Sweden or Norway? That they got busted. So I'm like, that could have been me. But, kind of glad it wasn't as well. So, gotta say. RoboCub, what's going on, man? He says, hail working mute button. Definitely, definitely. I'm a big fan of it. Hopefully it continues to work throughout the night. There's no drawers there. I was hoping the phone box would have been on this house to make it nice and easy for us. But it is not. Richard says beam out quickly. That's what I would have to do. I'd have to have like some type of beaming equipment if I was going to storm Area 51. So I could get out and get in as quickly as possible. Get in and get out, I mean, as quickly as possible. And there's our map. Another first aid spray. Let's see what's going on. Violet's room. Pocket knife. Take that instead of the... I think the game's glitching, guys. I have no control over anything. We are frozen. I think this game's gonna glitch out. And T says, Mr. Matthews, so your channel is full of NES games and other old school games, and I like it. Very nice. Very nice. Can't have enough retro gamers, that's for sure. OG says, that's where you went? Stormed 51? I thought I saw your video. I saw a video. Saw you on a video from there. No, unfortunately not. I wish I was part of that. But like I was saying, I just posted a quick thing in the community. I went to Montreal for the weekend. La Belle Province up here in Canada. So I'm totally glitched out. I can use the flashlight, but other than that, I can't move. Can operate this. Inti says, the whole Area 51 thing was always a joke. I don't think anyone took it seriously. Obviously, those two YouTubers, I agree, Inti, but those two YouTubers that got busted, I think they took it a bit too seriously. Or they were just looking to drive views to their channel by taking an extraordinary risk. I don't think I'd be messing around in that area of the USA, that's for sure. Top secret, I don't think I'm going to go down there. But no, I had a great weekend off. Sorry that I missed Crystal Lake Friday, guys, and I missed the bits and pieces, and I missed the bits and pieces again today because I've been so busy once back at work. But I was able to get a quick live stream up, and now we're back on Crystal Lake Friday. Zombie Cat is in. He says, sounds like a fun trip. It was a really good time. Saturday, we went Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I pretty much just nerded out, and we went to a Pokemon event, Ghost Safari, here, first time here in Canada. It was a really good time. And then on Sunday, just took the town, and I've been there many times, but I was able to show my girlfriend around. We had a great time checking out Montreal, but definitely have to go back because you can't get the whole city in a day and a half, pretty much. So that's for sure. But we did as much as we could. I'm going to be kicked because we're idle, because I can't do anything. I need Jason to hit me. There is nothing I can do here. Dank Potatoes kicking it anyways. I can't even bring the map up with my keyboard. Something's seriously wrong. So, I should have just let us go idle and get kicked out. Maybe we should just leave the group. Let's just leave the match and go back to the main area, and we'll try again, because we were obviously seriously glitched out in that game. Mr. Matthews says, oh, you know, that there were a few thousand people in that group who were dead serious about seeing aliens by force. And OG says, yep, Big M does good work. He does indeed. Does indeed. That's how we, Mr. Matthews and I met through, we were doing Mega Man stuff. I think he was actually on to God of War at that time, but I was doing a Mega Man 1 walkthrough, and he found my channel, and he was giving me some tips because I was stuck on a board, and I couldn't for the life of me complete it. So I got a little bit further, and I eventually rage quit on Mega Man 1 because that game's hard AF. But that's how that happened. We are back. So we're in the room with Gunter of Death, Punished Wolf, Flying Pizza Slice, Rosy Cheeks, Juby88888, Wyern, and Kel God 861. No Oxy Wolf and no can't remember the name of that other streamer that we were following that night. She was on YouTube as well. Or Princess Beefcake, or that was another one though. That was another week, man. They start to blend together. Good times on this show. Good times doing this stream. So we're back. We're going into Packanack this time. Hopefully we actually get to play this time and we don't glitch out. Inty Bird and Mr. Matthews are talking about Transformers Devastation. I've seen some gameplay of that, but I haven't played it. It does look really good. Gen 1 graphics, bringing back those memories, all the feels. Uh-oh. I can't mute here. I can't mute. That could be us. That is us. We're up. Hopefully it's not a small map, and hopefully these players aren't the best.
Make them remember what they did to us, Jason. Kill them.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's do this. Mr. Matthews says he thinks I gave up on Mega Man a little too quickly and I would have made it on my next attempt. Maybe my next 50th. I don't know about that, man. That's pretty bad. New player alert. Sorry, but all must die.
They deserve to die, Jason. Make them suffer.
No. Nothing in there. All right. Let's get to the cars. Ah, yes, the four-seater. Good way to start it. Grab a throwing knife. Go around and turn the power off. People are quitting left and right. Somebody's still in there.
Just here to drop these off.
Ah,
Like I said, just here to drop these off.
What your gift is.
sure, flying pizza
No matter
slice.
what they do to you, you cannot die. You can never die.
Got a lot of chat going on. I'm trying to
Hello.
just kill.
Jason's currently after me. Didn't have anything. Be careful, Jason's here.
No! No!
I'll put his map over here if you need that.
All right. So many of these windows that protect people, like, come on.
Help me! Please! Anyone!
Oh, J-Man number 2, you're such a wuss sometimes. Can't do anything right. Uh-oh. They're at the phone. Yeah, I misjudged. The first Jason run is always so, like, so bad. I'm always so brutal. Because I'm rusty.
Thank you.
And everybody gone.
I got Jason on me.
Oh god!
Almost. Almost. Just waiting to stun me.
Damn it!
Take
Just
you from me,
die!
Jason. Don't let them.
And he's dead.
Pocket knife. Always.
Do you know what your gift is? No matter what they do to you, you cannot die. You can never die.
They're gonna get away.
I'm sure you will get away the way I'm playing this game. Not the greatest. Where is everybody? Oh, come on.
Take you from me, Jason. Don't let them.
Man, horrible run.
No!
Yeah, I knew you would do that.
Man, where's that mute button? When we need it.
Better go to the cops. They're getting to the cops.
Man, sometimes I wish I could talk back to these
They're all
people.
bunched together. You could get them all.
They're not bunched together. We'll just chill here. Let's catch up on the chat. Talking about aliens. We're still on Area 51. Mr. Matthews says aliens are literally the only thing that on Earth that can mend our horribly divided society. Mr. Matthews says Reagan knew it and tried to warn us. OG says, where's Sebi right now? Where's Sebi? He was right behind me on the trail in front of am now missing 411. I'm sure he'll be here, OG. I'm sure he'll be here. Mr. Matthews says that missing 411 stuff is pretty fascinating. Inty Bird says, what's crazy is that people nowadays are more afraid of anti-PC behavior than the possibility of alien invasion. Zombie Cat says,
Yeah, he's just sitting here with me. Go
Yes,
ahead and go.
yes, Mr. M. External threat. Good theory. OG says, good point, Bird. Do it, Pete, Mr. Matthews says. What are they going to do? Just sit here, exactly. Just go to the cops. Just leave. Me. At this point, I don't have time to be trolled by this guy. Let's just get on to the next game. Let's just count it down. Jason wants to ride in the car. That's what he wants to
Bruh,
do.
like 2 of them are almost at the cops.
My name's not bruh, dude. Once the aliens
So we're
come.
just gonna sit here the whole match then?
Alright, let's mute that guy. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Ah, yes. Mute buttons. OG says, drive my Monza. I wish we could as Jason. Nah, Jason can't touch the car, unfortunately, OG. I'll just admit that I had a brutal match, and hopefully a better one next time. Hopefully a much better one as Jason. Mr. Matthews says, tell him to mind his own. I would if we could talk to him. And he says, he's standing next to then stock. He'll go outside. And it's all good if they escape. When I have a good run, then they'll be shocked. Catch him. It'll be the factor of surprise. They won't see it coming. So in the meantime, we'll just break a lot of walls. I missed him. Wow. That morphed me off. Zombie Cat says, I blame the aliens. I'm hoping they try to kill me. There we go. Ah!
They want to hurt you, Jason. Don't let them.
Snowdub says, it's killing time. Welcome, Snowdub. It is not killing time. I've had a brutal match. I killed one person. Thanks, NT. I nailed that one. That first morph was brutal. Just like that one was. Where the heck did it put me there? All I want is that pizza slice guy. That's all I want. That's all I ask. All I ask of this game, just give me that pizza slice guy. But I'll take Tommy instead.
Please, no!
Yeah, brutal. Oh, God.
Jason, find them. Kill them.
Brutal. Brutal. Oh, done. Done out of that game. Man, can't see a worse Jason run than that. You've seen me do perfect, and you've seen me play like that. That is horrific. That's some horrific Jason play. Need work badly. Blue Jason needs work badly. Soy-based Jeremy says, Miraca. Mr. Matthews says, by the way, guys, Inti apparently is too modest to talk about it, but he does have his own channel with some quite amusing content. Yeah, man, shout out to Inti as well on that. Inti says, I'm not that prolifico to brag about. So he says, what's up, my favorite Canadian? I don't know, my dude. I am well, not too much up, just chilling here. And not yet, not Chad-based yet. We just played one match, I got frozen. And Snowed, hope you're doing well. How are you doing, Soy? Snow says, that was ugly. Yes, it was, man. Yes, it was, my friend. That was pretty ugly. I will fully admit that was a terrible, terrible run. So we're going to leave this lobby and find another lobby because I can't be in that lobby and hold my head up high. That was beyond bad. So beyond bad. Let's do this. Back in. We're going to be back in the same room. I guarantee you. And there we are. We're back in the same room. Well, maybe they'll get the idea that I'm a bit better when it comes to playing as Deborah or Chad. The Undertaker is with us. It's a bit early to go to Chad, guys, but it's time. It's time for some Chad. We need some Chad antics to wash off the shame of that match. Pizza slice left. Actually, I wanted another shot at him, but at least I got one kill. Holding on to that. Just holding on to that. We've got a full room going on here. This is great. Thanks for coming in, guys. Glad to have you back. Glad to be back on Fridays. I was missing it last week. Had a good time away, but it is routine to be here, so like chilling out Friday, playing some Friday 13th. I keep saying that we're going to play other stuff, and all we end up playing is Friday 13th and talking late into the midnight hour about horror-related stuff and some completely unrelated stuff. So it says, so Jason Goes to Manhattan is my least favorite Jason. It's not bad, but you can tell the series was beyond its prime. I agree. It's got some awesome kills in it. Like, I love the kill that's on the ship. When he uses the guitar to kill the girl that's recording herself, has the guy recording her, and then she's in there practicing by herself. Like, the guitar kill is pretty sweet. The kill that's on the boat and when they're in the dinner hall is pretty sweet with the girl who's had a little too much snow. So that kill's pretty good. The shower, like the kill of the mirror kill, sorry, the other one that's the snow provider. The way she gets killed is pretty sweet as well. And the kicking of the stereo is my favorite. The head punch is awesome. Like the head punch on Julius is really cool. But my favorite part of that movie is when he kicks the punk's ghetto blaster. Sorry, portable stereo. And they're like, yo, man, do you want to get effed up? And he like lifts his mask up and they're like, oops, it's cool. It's cool. So Anyway, so he says it was legitimate
can't
milk
be
by
real.
that time, and I agree. Mr. Matthew, there's a great question. What's everyone's favorite Halloween time movie? He says he watches a lot around that time. Really? Man. Inti says, I don't know, man. Julius versus Jason boxing match. Really? This is what I get for playing Chad. Run, Chad, run. Mr. Matthew says he tries to binge Halloween themed movies in October. Right there with you, man. So he says that's a good scene, but it just feels squeezed. That's true. I can dig that. Zombie says first one. OG says second. Halloween binges on, says Soybase Jeremy. Mr. Matthew says not Halloween, the series. Movies you watch during the Halloween series. Red Shirt says the new one. I think he means Halloween 2008. Chad's and Soybase Jeremy says Chad is such a soy boy. He is in some ways, but he's such an awesome character too. Such an awesome stereotype that you wouldn't see in movies today. Sometimes there's a shotgun around here. Maybe on no. We'll just go to the workshop. Check it out. I don't know, I have a lot of movies I watch around Halloween, but I really like watching, well, Friday the 13th, that's a given, Halloween, that sort of thing, Nightmare on Elm Street, but I really like watching the Universal movies, like I talked about in, my video, my live stream earlier. There we go. Mr. Matthew says the Monster Squad is Home Alone of Halloween for me. Monster Squad's a great movie. I love that movie. Fantastic. It honors the Universal horror monsters, and then it also puts a new spin on it. It updated for the 80s, well, new spin then, like from the 80s, but that's a great one. Wolfman's got nards. And the line of Dracula yelling at the little girl. It's like, give me that amulet, you bitch! It's like, whoa, bro! Is that really necessary? You're Dracula. Could you be a little bit more intimidating? Just be like, Bela Lugosi, like, do you hear that? The children of the night. What music they make. That's just be like suave and like confident with yourself. You don't need to yell in a little girl's face, but that's a hilarious part. But that movie overall is a great movie. Like, I was that little kid, and the little kid with the Robotech posters, and he got the Robotech pajamas and the posters in the background. It's like, that was me. I didn't have the pajamas, but I wish I was. I lived that. Lived it at the time. Digital Pollution is in the house. He says, hello there, people. Just thought I would nip in before I go to bed, because we all know you're in a different time zone over the pond, so it's very late for Jez right now. I appreciate you coming in, as always, when you do stop in. So he says Chad would be the dude calling Jason toxic while the mech hate is coming at him. Now you'd be running the other way. I don't think he'd take the time to do anything like that. He'd be leaving people behind. Mr. Matthews says the monsters look fantastic. They really do. They really do. And he says, anyone remember Friday the 13th, the series? I do. I do remember that TV series. I didn't watch it very much growing up, because all I remember is always seeing it. Again, dating myself, here we go with a relic, looking at the TV guide and being like, oh my god, a Friday the 13th movie is going to be on, and then I'd turn it on and it would be that TV show. Later on I grew to gain a bit more respect for it, but not at that time. So he says, is that in Monster Squad, that one movie with the monsters and that kid sees them? I know Monster Squad is it's kind of an updated version of the Universal horror movies, Soy, and it's a group of kids that they're the only ones that know about it, and they have to fight. All the parents don't believe them that these monsters are back. There's something about Dracula coming back, or I can't remember the exact story of why they're doing it, or they're trying to resurrect something. Mr. Matthews says that Garfield Halloween special is always a must-watch. Oh yeah, the Halloween Garfield special is awesome. That is awesome. That and the Christmas one. Those are top-notch. We've got Hannah011. Give them the thumbs up because we can't talk to them, and we'll run on. Uh-oh. We have done literally nothing in this match, except to run around while I talk to you guys, which is okay. Perfectly fine. Guess I already have a map. So it says, wrong movie, and I was going to see, I felt like I watched The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. Uh-oh. Somebody else is bloodying me up. Hitting Chad upside the head with a baseball bat. You're messing up my Kensington dojo. Gee, you're my Kensington mongoose. Don't worry, Soy. A couple more months and we'll be able to talk about The Rise of Skywalker, or whatever it's called. And The Last Jedi will just be a distant memory, hopefully. I know we got the news the other day that Kevin Feige is taking over, or going to be working on some Star Wars movies. So that's interesting that they brought him in to try to either course correct the universe or put it as cookie cutter as possible, like the MCU is. We'll see where that goes. Can somebody please call the cops so we can get out of here? Because I'm doing nothing. Mr. Matthews says, 1 year I binged zombie movies all month, but I don't know if they're really Halloween movies. It's funny you mentioned that, because there's a zombie movie. It's an indie Japanese film. I want to say it's like One for the Dead. I can't remember the exact name. It's been one I've been waiting to watch for quite a while. It finally got dropped on Shudder just a couple days ago. I'm definitely going to check that out. I should Google that while we're here so I can be talking accurately. So, because we're not doing anything here, that's for sure. Just keep the conversation flowing like we normally do. Let's go to the movies. Newly added. One Cut of the Dead. That's what it is. One Cut of the Dead. That looks like a really good indie zombie movie. I'm going to be checking that out. And speaking of Shudder, Creepshow premiered last night. The new Creepshow television show. Haven't had a chance to watch it. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. And then I'm probably going to be talking about that. That's for sure. Uh-oh. Chad is in the sights.
You want some more?
At least we got some points. At least. Let's hide. This is always a good. Just says he's got. Really? Thanks for yelling, Chad. Don't give yourself away or anything. Just says, are you working Wednesday, dude? I got the stream up and running again. I know you did the last week. If I get off on time, I'll definitely come and join you. I've just been working later on Wednesdays. So, but if I can make it, I'll definitely come in to the Digital Pollution Podcast in the return. So it says, you should watch Hard to Convince Anakin Skywalker. Heard some rumor the other day that, I can't remember exactly. Something about Anakin coming back to life. Like he's not going to be a Force ghost in the movie. Like he's going to be back to life in it. There's so many theories about this movie. So many rumors. And we're not even talking about it. All we're talking about is like the drama behind it. But there's so many different storylines that have been rumored about this movie. I don't even know what we're going to get. Gunther of Death is doing nothing. Let's stick with Hannah. Just as I ain't watched it yet, I'll watch it tomorrow. Same here. RoboCub says, I binged Panzer movies once a month. That's nothing wrong with that. I actually watched, I hadn't seen it. I think it came out last year. I watched it on Amazon. The other day I watched the Rommel movie. I don't know. The guy who played it, he was okay. Cub might have, I don't know what Cub's opinion of it was. He probably didn't like it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he didn't like it, but because of the portrayal. We've talked about that before on Jizza's stream and on mine on Don's DLC, but it was in German though. It was in German. Time travel. They're doing it.
No.
OG says Cub would appreciate that.
No.
Roboca just says cloud creatures beware. And hey there, red shirt. Soy says it's just a parody of Anakin. Gotcha. Oh, okay. Inti says Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street for NES. Nightmare is arguably the better game in terms of structure and ease of play, but Friday has more strategic element of it. Oh yeah, I agree. I agree that Nightmare on Elm Street is the more enjoyable game. It still is. Even though I'm better at Friday the 13th, it's a more enjoyable game. But you're right, there's more to the structure of Friday the 13th. It takes a bit more skill to play it. Rather than Nightmare on Elm Street, you get the costume and you get the weapon and you go and you fight the hand. I actually beat that back in the day without Game Genie. So that's something to say with that. When I'm beating a game that I don't need Game Genie on, that isn't something super easy, then you got an easy game on your hands. So it says, it was obvious from the trailer, and Inti says nothing but pure apathy for Rise of Skywalker. There's so much, that's so much worse than hate. Really, I agree with the Inti. I'm just bored of it. Like I watched the videos, like I watched Critical Drinkers dropped it today about Bree again, another rumor about Bree coming in. I watched Midnight Jed's video talking about Kevin Feige coming into the universe. But yeah, I really don't care at this point. I could really care less. I think the Critical Drinker, he has a lot of good quotes. Actually, I disagree with him about his It review. I gotta say that. He was a little harsh on It too. It wasn't that bad, but talking about that, I think he put it perfectly when he said it could be a bikini contest for 2 hours and I still wouldn't be interested because they've just killed the franchise. It's like the newer fans can have it at this point because it's not what it was and it's never going to be. So the truth. So let's get on to more positive stuff and talk about back to horror movies. Red Shirt says cloud creatures, where phasers fire. Soy says oyster mushrooms up there in Canada. Oh yeah, this is a perfect time for going foraging, man. I used to do that like crazy. I'm not as hardcore as I used to be when I would do that, but I'd go out for oyster mushrooms, black chestnuts. Oh man, black chestnuts. They are worth the difficulty breaking into. We got someone hiding in a tent. What a pain in the butt getting in those things, but they are worth it. Black walnuts, sorry. Black walnuts, not black chestnuts. And then other stuff, other types of mushrooms, gross. Yeah, I've got a lot of interests outside. I can never stay focused on one thing. That's the thing. I'm like, hey, yeah, I love this. I love it. And then it's like, yeah. Found him in the bed. Sleeping bag kill. What we could have gotten in part 7, what we should have gotten, and what we got in part 10 instead. Black walnuts, that's it, Soy. Yeah, I figured you're pretty close. You'd have the same thing. Just says if you want some fun to listen to Cub go full Alex Jones on the streams, it's banned in some countries. You should listen to this. So it says grapes already foraged. Oh yeah, got those as well because I'm along the Niagara Peninsula. Like you got grapes all through the fall. It's a great time. Great time. And sumac as well, like sumac plant. You make a type of lemonade out of that. It's bitter AF without adding sugar, but it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. It's funny, while I was driving to Montreal through Eastern Ontario, I was looking at all these things on the road as I was going. I was like, oh, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. Of course, it didn't stop. We didn't have time. We're trying to get there as soon as possible, get home as soon as possible. So maybe on future forages. Future forages. I'd like to hear, talking about Alex Jones, I'd like to hear a discussion between Cub and Alex Jones. That'd be interesting. That'd be super interesting. Just going off. It'd be beyond crazy. So he says, you got to pick sumac, but not sure if it's poison sumac. That's true. That's true. You got to be careful which one that you do. Mr. Matthew says, we just had, I use sumac in cooling sometimes. Oh, yeah. Just says that.
¿Te gustan los perros con salchicha?
Oh, God. Mute's not working, guys.
Los perros con
Mr. Matthew says, we just have pot to forage here. Here in Canada, too, man. It's now legal.
Los perros
We can
calientes?
forage it all we want on the Ontario Cannabis site. We all have it available online. When it first came into gray area, we could go to shops, head shops that were kind of illegal but kind of not. But now we have to order everything we want online. Cooking. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Inti says, in other news, Robert Garrison, the man who played Tommy in The Karate Kid, has died. He was only 59. Oh man, that's too bad. Hinja says, Pete, seriously, check out that stream. Is it beyond what I've seen of Cub before? Because I've seen Cub go pretty out there. He's in like outer space. OG says it is 2:30 over there yet. Over there, Jez. Got a buzz on. So he says moral season was so short and last year it didn't happen. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to find good morals. Get some good turkey tail at this time of month, though. Into October. There's a couple like paths and trails that I go on, so maybe I'll have to check that out. But I remember when I was in Montreal, speaking of black walnuts, when I was in Montreal, we went to we were going to go to Old Montreal on Sunday, but it was all blocked up because there was some marathon going on. I had no clue. I should have done my research. So we couldn't get down to the south end of the city. So we went to the north and went to Mount Royal, climbed up Mount Royal to the outlook. Uh-oh, it's J-Man time. And I saw tons of black walnuts that were all broken, but no good ones. All the squirrels had them. Those damn squirrels need to leave my walnuts.
They shouldn't be.
All right, let's do this.
Stop them.
Full on Cub, it's internet gold. All right, let's try this again. Hopefully we can have some success. And we're on a small map. We might get killed, guys. We might get killed. Just saying. No worries, Soy, if your phone's auto-correcting. It does it all the time for me. It's been capping a lot. Like all capsing words for some reason. Really? Jason doesn't open doors. Mr. Matthews says, I saw Gremlins in your Walmart video. I don't consider that a Halloween movie. It's a bit of both for me. It's a Christmas movie and it's a Halloween movie. It's kind of like The Nightmare Before Christmas. But it was in the Halloween bin, so I gotta kind of admit that it is technically a Halloween movie. But I'd say that has a gray area to it too. But I tend to watch Gremlins more around the Christmas period. Well, I watch it both times. So he says, do you like ramps? I have a question. Ramps? Inti says this video contains content from TV Tokyo Corporation, who has blocked it in your country on copyright grounds. What, my stream? I got copyrighted last week by some garbage, honestly. The music of the game got copyrighted. Hopefully I'm not blocked, Inti. I'm gonna have to challenge that. Just says, bye for now, Pete. Have a good stream, my friend. I'll catch you soon. Have a good night, man. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for always, because we know how late it is for you out there. Appreciate you coming in and checking it out. We need to get to work, or we're gonna get our butts kicked. Because the battery's already in the car. We're in trouble. Oh, Wild Leaks, yes. I don't recognize them by that name. We don't call them that here. But yeah, man. Anything that's edible and like you can survive eating, I'll give it a try. Mr. Matthews says, does Cub hate Starship Troopers? I don't think so. Because he did a special about that guy's, that director's movies.
Oh my god!
Judd says you have to use a VPN to watch that link. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's not that one. It's the phone box. No! Called the police again. Man. Paul Verhoeven, yep. That's the director. I missed. There's no way I'm catching him with part 2 Jason. Pavripe. Sorry if I butchered your name. Thanks for coming in, man. It's Paul Verhoeven directed Starship Troopers, yes. We got a little Shelly action here.
He's coming! Help!
Why can't I break this window? Because Shelly was standing in front of it. So I think I missed your question. The chat's moving pretty quickly, and when I'm the J-man, I try to watch out where I'm doing, what I'm doing. Sorry, I just got distracted by my phone too. I got a update from Mario Kart iOS. Ah.
Get up, Jason. Find them. Kill them.
Run. Ah!
They want to hurt you, Jason. Don't.
If there's a patch of wild leeks, is there a patch nearby? If there's a patch of wild leeks, is there a patch nearby? I accidentally overpicked. I'm not too sure. That's definitely not one of my fortes. Finally, a kill. Finally.
Don't stop, Jason. They deserve to die. Make them suffer like we did.
Oh God, no!
There's some AJ murder. Finally, we're getting some kills. But they were just trolling, so that's the price of trolling.
That's my Jason. That's my special, special boy.
Yeah. Where is it? Wasted my morph. So they're gone. Guess we'll just make a row of bear traps. OG says sweet, sweet showgirls. And then Mr. Matthews says, I didn't like Showgirls. It was no RoboCop for sure. And yeah, it ruined Elizabeth Berkley's career because I loved her as Jessie in Saved by the Bell. And the highlight episode of when she takes too many amphetamines to, which was a complete ripoff of the Family Ties episode where Michael J. Fox's Michael P. Keaton, Alex P. Keaton, sorry, his character takes too many amphetamines to be successful at school, but she does it pretty well. And it's a total lift of a story idea, but does a pretty good job with it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Sorry. Pevry says, it's not very good. Teenage me was obsessed with it over for some reason I can't understand it. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion in movies. I've got some movies that I'm sure people wouldn't enjoy. There it is. Pevry says Jessica Spano after Bayside High because she didn't get that scholarship after all. And AJ Slater. That's it. Caffeine pills. Sorry, not amphetamines. Caffeine pills. You take an uppers. OG says also political commentary collapse of society led to order imposed by vets. That's why only those who served can vote, etc. Soy says, sorry, my phone is now lagging and please let me know if he answered me. Oh, sorry, Soy, I did. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure. I'll answer in the chat because I think people are escaping on us or it's all good. We're just having a great time tonight. And back at it. Okay. They must be trying to escape some other way. Mr. Matthews says, Soy, he did answer your question. He said Tuesday. I did. That was the correct answer. The correct and logical answer was Tuesday. Ah! Well...
No!
Whoa, just barely got her. It doesn't try to stop me. Steal the car
They
instead.
deserve to die, Jason. Make them suffer.
Hit the car! What the heck? I was right in front of the car! You're going the wrong way, brosif. Oh, that was a terrible morph. That guy's out. That guy's out. Pavre says, by the way, have you seen Slater Mario Lopez lately? That guy must bathe in the bloods of immortals. He barely aged a day since the 90s. Really? Really, that guy. So he says, Wild Leaks are picky. OG says, not sure, just like the star character in Idiocracy. Mr. Matthews says, Mario Lopez does not age. Pavre says, he can only die if someone beheads him to take his quickening. True that. OG says, that was really the core of the book. Plush squishing bugs. Mr. Matthews just says, it says, just like Jennifer Lopez, she actually just got announced with Shakira. They're doing the halftime at the Super Bowl. And with that, Scott comes in. Open-minded movie man says, what's up, Pete? Both Lopez's are Highlanders. And, yeah. It's interesting that a football quote comes out as soon as Open-minded movie man rolls in to the room. So he says, Jennifer Lopez's age, she can tell by the neck. And Pavre says, yeah, she's still pretty fine. Gonna be interesting to see them at Super Bowl halftime, that's for sure. Give me something to be excited about, especially if the Patriots are in it again. Pavre says, it's in T-Bird, by the way. I signed into an old account. Oh, okay. So were you blocked watching my video? Or was that the video that Jez put up of Cub? Cub going full Cub. All good, Pavre. No worries. All good, Inti. Sorry. Just reading the screen. All good, Inti. Open-minded movement says, only 2 more subs to 200. Nice. If you guys haven't subbed, Open-minded movement, he's got some great reviews. Movie reviews. Check it out. And with that, we are almost complete. Mega Jetty has come in and joined us. I think the entire crew is here now. Soya says, I found wild leeks by smelling them in the air. I literally smelled onions and garlic in March. Nice, bud. Nice. Mr. Matthews says, oh, that makes sense. I was just thinking this Pavre guy seems all right. I agreed. He fit right in. He was like right part of the crew. Driving right at me? What?
Take you from me, Jason. Don't let them.
It actually worked. Please, no!
Ah! No! What a troll. Just leave, bruh. Inti says he signed on to search for an old video.
Please! Anyone!
Ah!
They want to hurt you, Jason. Don't let
Mary Jetty, is it still Steam? Yes, it is. It is still Steam tonight, unfortunately. And OMM says we have another thing in common, both Dallas and Buffalo are 3-0. Exactly. Like, the Seahawks are my team, but I've always got a soft spot for those Bills. Those Buffalo Bills, the wagons are circling. I will jump for joy if they're able to beat the New England Patriots and go 4-0. Because one team's going 4-0. That's what it's down to. I would love to see the Bills beat the Patriots. Love it. Love it. Jake Allen is now my starting quarterback in fantasy because Baker Mayfield is hot trash. So hopefully Jake Allen has a little bit of room to run, get some rush, maybe a rushing touchdown, and can throw a couple bombs as well. Nice. Scott has made it to 200. Congrats, and thanks everyone for helping out on that. I got a badge saying I need a hug because I'm so terrible. Inti says my greatest video success. Oh, you should have tagged. I'll have to check it out. Was it on the other channel or was it on this one? Let's go to the channel. I'll put it in the thing. So it says, so Star Wars Explained keeps blocking people. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I haven't tweeted about Star Wars in months. I haven't watched a Jeremy video, a Geeks and Gamers video in months. But I got blocked as well, just because we're all part of that same community. We've been on those videos. We've talked in the chats. We talk about it on Twitter. So it was just mass blocking again. I don't know what the deal is. And he says, I don't use that account anymore. Gotcha. Mega says, how's your PS4 Friday? Haven't turned it on, my friend, and since we had the double XP, to be honest. I've been so busy. I was away for last weekend, and then the weekend before wasn't able to get to it. I think the last time I played was our last Friday together that we all joined in on here. Mr. Matthews says, did anyone play old horror PC games? I have a friend in high school who was obsessed with them. He loved Phantasmagoria in particular, which I liked him for the sweet side boob. I know that game, Phantasmagoria, but talking about, what was the name? You're going to know this, Mr. Matthews. You probably will too, Inti. Some other people in the chat might know this. It was a zombie game. I want to say it was called Dangerous Dave. It's like Dangerous Dave. He was in a house and he was like shooting zombies. He had a shotgun. My God, I played the crap out of that game. And not really horror related, sci-fi, more sci-fi, horror related. Out of This World. That's another game I played a ton of, but I'm pretty sure it was called Dangerous Dave or something like that. That was, so search Optimus Prime versus Michael Bay. Let's take a look. There it is. Nice, man. That's awesome. 1.6 million views. That is sweet. Put that up in the chat. Everybody check that out. Maniac Mansion. There's another one. How did I not? Jeff says, I got blocked as well. Not that I give an F. Yeah, I hear you, man. I put that up. That's in T-Bird's video. That's sweet, man. I'm going to check that out. Maniac Mansion. There's another one. I love that game, Mr. Matthews. I'm hoping you did too, but I played that game like crazy. That NES version, not as good as the PC version. It's got to be the PC version. You got to be, like, this is brutal to say, but you got to be able to put the hamster in the microwave, and you got to be able to use the chainsaw on the mother, on the mother of the family. I'm sorry, you have to. It's not the same game. It's just not the same game. You got to get the gas, you got to put it in the chainsaw, and you got to be able to do that. You got to do that. I love that game because there's so many outcomes. Man, I wish I could stream that. I've got Day of the Tentacle on PS4. I've tried streaming that before, but I would love to be able to stream Maniac Mansion, the OG version, not the NES version. But the NES is still all right. It's all right. It's all right. Mega says, talking about Tommy, the actor that played Tommy, actually died in real life, man. That's sad to hear. And Mr. Matthews says it's not ringing a bell. I'm pretty sure it was called Dangerous Dave. It was a side scroller. It was it was like one of the first Super VGA, like SVGA games I played. I just remember going up. It was like a side-scrolling platformer. You had a shotgun. You only had a couple bullets. You kept having to reload, and zombies were like all over you. Mr. Matthews says you can do that in the NES game. You can? I thought it was censored a bit. I thought it was or there was no blood, or they took the blood out, like you see in the PC game. There was something about that. I'll have to check it out. Maybe I will stream the NES game. Scott says, Pete, how did the Seahawks lose to the Bridgewater Saints? By the way, we faced the Saints Sunday night. I have no idea how they lost that game at home. I have no idea. Russell Wilson threw for over 400 yards. I don't know. Chris Carson had another key fumble. Didn't bounce back off it. I don't know how much longer he deserves to be the starter. Rashad Penny should be the starting running back. But I haven't been following the Seahawks too closely because I've been too busy working on the tire fire that is my fantasy team, because I had Saquon Barkley as my starting running back. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. But Melvin Gordon, who I had on the bench, should be back. If not playing this week, definitely next week. So I need a win desperately to stay in this thing so then I can have a chance at it.
I can't believe he killed them.
Mr. Matthews says that's probably it. And Mega Jetty says, yeah, the season 2 episode was probably one of the best. It was one of the best it was, I agree. NT says, Maniac Mansion on the NES lets you put the hamster in the microwave, but it censors the sexual references. The old monster lady says she'll tie you to her bed, but not in the NES. That's it. That's it. It's toned down. Definitely toned down. Mega Jetty says, at dawn, great news. I'm grinding at Battlefront 2, and I'm doing better than when I started weeks ago. I'm anxious for the Farm Boy Luke skin next month. Nice, man. Nice. I played Battlefront 2 when it first dropped. I got it for free on PSN Network, but I haven't played it much recently. Played it for a bit, and then I tried to stream it a couple times, and I got copyrighted. I was like, what? Really? So, I'll pass. Thanks, Disney. But it's a good game. Mega says, too bad you couldn't stream last week. I paid for Royal Pizza last Friday. Nice, man. Royal. Royal's the way to go. OMM says, oh, wow, Russell threw for over 400 yards on the Saints. I should have known Eli Apple and Lattimore aren't good. Yep. He torched them, and I don't know how they lost that game. I think it was like 422 yards. Lockett had another huge reception, like another long touchdown. Mr. Matthews says, but I don't really know. I played the game for maybe 10 minutes. Oh, I love that game, Mr. Matthews. All the outcomes. I was like playing as the musician Sid, where you send the CD in, you become friends with the tentacle, you send the CD in. Or the record. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. I think the main character's name was Scott, and there was like the nerd character. Oh, that was a great game. We are so caught up in the chat. Scott says, how was your running back? Did he run for over 100 yards? I think Carson was close to it, but he dropped another one. He fumbled the week before against Pittsburgh, and it led to a Pittsburgh score, and they were able to come back from that. And then he did it again, and it led to a Saints score. Mega Jetty says you can stream Battlefront 2 without being copyrighted. Go to the audio options and turn off the music. That's a good idea. You could just turn the music off. Leisure Suit Larry? Yes. I played the original 4 in T-Bird. I played up to number 4. Uh-oh. Bit of a waste of my pocket knife. Oh, Leisure Suit Larry was a great game. And Space Quest and King's Quest. All those Sierra point and click, the early point and click games were awesome. I love King's Quest. Probably my favorite of the three. Leisure Suit Larry was hilarious for obvious reasons, but probably my favorite was King's Quest. Not even letting me get a map? Come on, Chad's gonna get lost. Uh-oh.
No, stop!
Oh. Mr. Matthews says, yeah, I remember it. I never played it, though. Oh, yeah, I played all of them over and over again. I had a friend that had a Tandy, like an old Tandy, like TRS something. It might have been a 1000. But we played those games, Sierra games, so many times. Oh, we've got John Cena. Oh, we're back at TJ. Mr. Matthews found the dangerous save game. Yes. Man, love that. Open Mind Movement says, I definitely think we have a chance against the Saints despite facing them on their home turf. I think you do. I think you'll be able to beat them. Seahawks should have won that game. That's classic Seahawks. You lose a game you should win, and then they'll come back and win a game they have no business winning. And that was one of the harder games on their schedule this year, so I'm a little disappointed in them. Gotta say that. Mr. Matthews says he never heard of it.
Thank you.
Holy shit!
Let's find a weapon, guys. Never heard of it, but it was written by John Romero. Did it feel like Doom? It did. It actually did. Even though it was a side-scroller. Nope. We have a pop-up. We have a pop-up. I thought I disconnected that. Jeez. Every week. And he says, I remember a card game from Sierra. It had all the Sierra characters and as opponents like King's Quest guy and Larry. Oh yeah, I think I remember that too. I'm trying to remember the guy from King's Quest. The Prince. Man, that was a good game. All of them were. I think they're remaking, or they just had that come out. The remake for it. Or it's on the way. A Leisure Suit Larry, like remaster. I want to say that. I don't know if I hallucinated that. Mr. Matthews says, I don't think I played a single point and click adventure game. There's something about them. They're really good. We're doing like nothing in this game. We haven't done anything. Uh-oh. What a morph. That's a good morph, bud. Where's it gonna come from, guys? Where's it gonna come from? Stalking me. Boyle's Book of Games Volume 1, PS-DOS. 1989 Sierra Online. That's the one. I don't recognize the name, but I do remember that. Sorry, Vanessa. We need to escape. Don't need the map. I also remember a point-and-click Star Trek game. Like an original series game, but it was like glitchy AF. It never worked properly. It crashed all the time. I played that a lot. And I'm not talking about like the NES or SNES games or the 25th anniversary. There was another one. It was pretty harsh. Pretty harsh. Day of the Tentacle. And T says, there we go. I love Day of the Tentacle. Got that on my PS4. Open Minded Movement says, hey Pete, gotta get shopping done. If you're still on, might drop by another time. Have fun, man. Thank you for coming in, Scott. No problem. Glad to have you always. Hope to see you again. Hope you have a good night and good luck with the shopping. I was gonna do some Amazon shopping myself for next day, but I forgot to, so I spend enough on Amazon all the time. I don't need to give them any more of my money. I'd rather be here with you guys, just chilling out, shooting the you-know-what, discussing movies, video games, politics, alien invasions, anything that suits our fancy, because it is an open forum here, which is quite uncommon in the modern age, but discourse and discussion are welcome here. Mega Jetty says, good news, I'm streaming with Jesse Milestone tonight. Nice. At 11:30 and not even 10 minutes after I posted it yesterday, the stream immediately got a dislike. Nice.
Why won't you fucking die?
Is everybody dead? There's one other person alive. Open the door, Tommy. Jeebus.
Yeah! Fuck you, Jason! Fixed it. I'm out of here.
Let's go, guys. Into the off-roads we go. Off-roading, just a bit of off-roading. Driving through the camp. Driving through the camp. Tommy's got some caffeine pills, apparently, because he doesn't know where he's going. But he's going to find his way no matter what it takes. Oh, what a morph. Got me with an awesome morph again. I got to give kudos to this dude.
Help! Oh god! Fuck you, Jason!
Uh-oh. Oh, another morph right on the point. I did as well as I could with that one. I think I held out pretty well against that dude. Inti says Indiana Jones and the Quest for Atlantis. I remember that point-and-click adventure game. That I do not know. I don't know that game. Mr. Matthews says, but I like Indiana Jones games, that's for sure. Maybe not Temple of Doom for NES, but I did like Raiders of the Lost Ark for Atari, I gotta admit. I remember getting that at a garage sale as a kid, and I played that so often. I didn't figure a lot of it out. I figured some of it out, because it's pretty cryptic, but pretty good. Inti says, saw the notification, I'll be there, Mega Jetty, nice. And Mega Jetty says about my idea for a Friday the 13th two-part movie. I have a slightly new idea for it can only be one and done. The main male trying to get away from the counselors is someone linked to the first movie. Gotcha. What the heck? You like do scrub moves like that, grabbing at air against this character, but you're right on point against me? That's not fair. Like, come on, bro. Let's even this out. And that is the end of the match. Major said he's the grown-up son of Alice Hardy, the survivor who killed Jason's mom. He's born shortly before Friday 1 and left with Grandma, uncertain if she can take care of the kid, and sought to practice with other kids. And he says Sam and Max Hit the Road. It's possibly my favorite point-and-click adventure game. I don't know that game either. They go looking for Bigfoot. That sounds like an interesting premise. Looks like we still have some... Oh, I didn't notice that name before. Thoughty Kruger. Very nice. Very nice. Mega Jetty says, Mr. Matthews has never played it. Neither have I heard. Neither have I. Oh, he says he's heard of Sam & Max is really good, and I even downloaded it. Loaded the games on PS4. It's on PS4? Oh, I'll have to check it out. I thought we were talking about an older game. I'll check that stuff out.
Can you hand by this, please?
What is it? What? The loser club leader. Very nice. Mega Jetty says she died before she could take him home, and so he grew up wondering why she never came. Researching the events at Crystal Lake, and grew obsessed as he set out to find his mother's corpse and bring her home. Sounds interesting, man. Sounds like some good ideas there. Mr. Matthews says, I think it's a remaster of the first one. Ah, okay. I will check it out then. It's on PS4. Is it a free download? Because I'm all about those PSN of the months. 2 more days, 3 more days. Tuesday, and then we get the October games. It better not be Friday the 13th again, because I have already got it. Jonathan the Most Polite. That's another one. And Beverly Marsh. Beverly Marsh. It's not the loser club leader. That's Mike. Even though the movies always try to make Big Bill be the leader is Mike. because it's his story. Well, I guess Bill is technically the leader, but the story is Mike Hanlon's. Mr. Matthew says probably not. I'll still check the price out if it's reasonable, but I'll probably wait till October to see it might go on sale. Beavis and Butthead and Virtual Stupidity, another good point and click game. I haven't checked that one out. I haven't seen that one. I remember playing the SNES game, which was good, and then the Sega Genesis game. Oh god, that's the one I had. The Sega Genesis version, not so good. NT says next Friday the 13th is December. Yes, yes it is. Christmas Friday the 13th. We'll be celebrating the holidays. Slashing our way. Slashing through the snow. Oh god. Jonathan the most polite is Jason. And he's doing ASMR. He's doing ASMR. Oh my god. It's like stereo effect in my ears, boys. It's freaky. Just kill me, Jason. That's all I ask. Mr. Matthews says, I heard it was the other way around. For Beavis and Butthead? Oh no, the SNES is way better. Sega Genesis is so much harder. Well, I always made it further in the... I made it further in the Super Nintendo than SNES. Sega Genesis, sorry. Trying to do this without getting killed by Jason. Chad to the rescue. Where's that stupid phone? There it is.
Yes, is this the police? We're the kids at Camp Crystal Lake. We need you. We need you now.
Mr. Matthews
He's
says the
killing us.
Game Boy wasn't...
Killing
I never played the
everyone.
Game Boy one.
Hurry!
Mega Judy says basically it's the fact from the first Friday survivor Alice never got the burial she deserved after Jason stabbed her in the head. He left her corpse in his cabin next to the shrine to his mom. Gotcha. All right, Chad is helping. Chad's doing stuff, everyone. And I feel good contributing. Mega Judy says, as much as I like watching you play as Johnny Lawrence, you can feel free to switch play characters if you need a better chance of surviving. Nah, man, I remember the last time we played, we owned it as Chad. All night long we were winning. Like, we rock Chad. So I'm good. I'm good with the Kensington for now. Until he leads us wrong. We'll probably get a little bit more Deborah in before we wrap up, though. Magical. And Febreze. Magical Febreze. We're just gonna slowly jog our way. We don't have the car keys. We'll slowly jog our way towards freedom. We're just gonna make a run for the cops at this point. Unless we come along the car keys. I don't think they'll be in here. Looks like it's been cleared out. Yeah. That place has been cleared out. Uh-oh. I hear ASMR Jason again.
Jonathan will be polite. Allez, go, come here,
Oh my god. That's just... Ugh. That's all kinds of Inti says, you can make it work if the theme of the movie is that sometimes you have to let things go lest you become a victim of your own obsessions. There you go. Mega says, I got the improved perk of being undetected when hiding in a sleeping bag and one time nearly survived the night, but some a-hole, as Tommy pointed Jason in my direction with a shotgun, killing me. Oh yeah. That happens all the time, man. Happens all the time. Tommy works with Jason. Jason knows other counselors. They work together. Oh, trust me, man. I've been there. The salt is real.
No, don't care. If you don't kill people, it's okay. Oh, that's mi amore there. Oh, check it. Check this beautiful lady. No, watch out, ladies. Oh my god. Check this.
Woohoo! Chad survived! There you go, Mega! Chad is out! The ladies always stopped for Chad. They were about to go out, they skidded right to us that they had already skidded. That guy's actually pretty good driving the car if he can skid like that. He's drifting in a straight line. Picked us up, and all that's left is Magical Febreze, the Loser Club, and Thotty Kruger. Let's stay with Magical and Febreze. They're waiting for the cops. Hopefully it's the right side. Mickey Jetty says that's what I had in mind in T-Bird. When Jason kills everyone, he notices one missing and finds a note telling him that he's at Jason's cabin. He tells Jason that regardless of who dies. OG says, woohoo, we have our first survival. It only took about 2 hours. But we've had a great time. We had a great time tonight, just catching up, talking about everything. Now all we need is a good Jason run to cap it off. And they're gone.
Sometimes you can, I don't know where you live, but here right now you can have some time unpolite American black.
Oh my god.
Or
Oh my god, this is so creepy, listening to this in stereo.
We'll let you go. You can
He's obviously got a blue, he's got a blue Yeti in front of him, and he's talking back and forth to like...
Jonathan is a lover.
Oh god. He's talking to the left and right, like, hey guys, we're just watching Shelly here, and Jason keeps talking to him.
Playing Jason. I'm into living.
Yes, Thotty Kruger says, I'm not into role playing, I'm into living. Love it. And Mega Jenny says, Cobra Kai never dies.
Thank you.
Thotty Kruger is out. Jonathan, the most polite, has not killed anyone so far. And all we have left is Tommy, the Loser Club leader. Let's just stay on Tommy until Jason gets here so I don't have to listen to that guy in my headphones. And he's just going to stand here. Make a run for the exit, Tommy.
Où est parfois l'amour comme ça? Cette personne, si elle s'en va comme ça, on le voit pas.
We've got a clean sweep, everyone.
Oh my god! Fuck!
Just when we thought we had seen the worst Jason of the night played by me, we came along, Jonathan, the most polite. And that is that. Everybody survived. Team Survive bonus coming up.
Hey, you could kill me. Like in true life.
We will be hitting the mute button
I have a big guardian.
as soon as we're back in the
You are
lobby.
in my house. I have a shot a few
Mommy
onto
is proud of you.
my body, you know, behind.
Now come home.
Dizzy.
Team Escape. Love it. Love that extra bonus. And we're booted. Maybe they were the host. Jonathan the most polite. But now we don't have to hear ASMR again. Possibly. Get put back in the same room. Oh yeah, he was the host because it's everybody, the same people again. So we're back. Mr. Matthews says, maybe someone less polite would have managed to kill some of them. Exactly. Even I got one. On my worst run. There we go. Mute's working again, everyone. Mute's working again. Maybe it's only in the lobby that we can do it. We've got the White Beast of Wotan. We've got Febreze again. We've got Magical, Loser Club Leader, Beverly Marsh, and Noverman _ 2000. That underscore is key. Oh, Parvery is back. And he's back in his other account. He says, it was all over the place, no cohesion. I made it back in 2008, back when I was practicing with a slang, the David and Goliath type, not the Bart Simpson. Plus I got a copyright strikes. Ah, those copyright strikes. No. Here we go, guys. We are back in as Chadwick. Ow. Dropping stuff on my foot. I'm not sure what that was, but hey. The follies of watching me. Mega says, currently heating up my last 2 Rosanna pizza slices. The first 2 stuffed me up earlier. Oh, man. I wish I had some pizza right now. We haven't talked about food yet. I don't know what's up tonight. It's like 10:30 and we still haven't talked about food. But I am getting hungry. I ate earlier, but I'm getting hungry again. And he says, but check out Predator Badass Handshake, my other pride, in that channel. Okay, sounds good. Let me check that out. It was just on that channel. That's not us, so it'll give us a chance to pop over.
What in the fuck is happening?
Sorry guys that I got that up on the screen. I just want to bring Inty Bird's video with us. That's not where I want to go. I want to go to the history. Go there. Subscribe. Videos. Predator Handshake. Looking for it. There it is. Got it. Dropped it in the chat. Here we go. We're going to get kicked in a second. We don't want to get kicked, so let's get to work. Let's get to work, peeps. Mr. Matthews says, get this. I'm in the process of uploading some videos for Halloween, and I got a copyright strike for some who I did a cover of the track for the game I was playing. You did a cover, and you got a copyright strike? No. Did you get a copyright claim or a strike? If you got a claim, just challenge it, man. You'll win that if you're doing a cover of it. I'd be like, no, G, that's not. And Mega Jetty says, so far I just unlocked part 2, Jason. Same, I'm right there with you. Mega Judy says, do you think the NES Jason skin should have been for more than just part 3, Jason? No, I'm cool with it just being part 3 because that's the one they chose it for. They could update it, but it's probably the one it fits on best. Predator Badass Handshake, I got it. It's in the chat. That's the link. Everybody should check that out in T-Bird's video. 115,000 views in 8 years. Very nice, my friend. Very nice. I just recently had my first video past 10,000. So I was stoked to see that. It's a Christmas video. My top 5 80s Christmas movies. That past 10,000, I was super hyped. It's still getting views. I don't know how it does it. I don't know why. I don't know how, but I will take them. Mega Judy says, yesterday I posted my first video in months in the whole Joker movie inspiring mass killings. I heard that story about the U.S. Army, I think it was. I don't even think it was like the FBI or the CIA warning about incel shootings at the Joker movie. Oh, Mr. Matthew, no, you're playing the game and it got a copyright claim from a video of a guy doing a cover. Oh, screw that. Just fight it. That's fair use. I got one last week. The last time we did Crystal Lake Fridays, I got a copyright strike for the music in this game. I've had like several of them. YouTube will take that off. YouTube will remove that. Any type of gameplay video. I remember last year, I'm actually probably going to do another one coming up. A video I think I'm doing live commentary. I do watch parties, but I think I'm going to do live commentary again. I did a live commentary of Night of the Living Dead, and I got copyrighted for part, like when they're listening to the radio, when they turn the radio on and they're listening to the news updates, I got copyrighted by that. Somebody, I guess, used it on a metal CD in Sweden. And I got copyright claimed. I was like, no. And I fought it. They removed it. So. Chad's in trouble. Our man Chad is in trouble. We're dead.
Oh my god. Oh god. No.
And he says, fight it, I agree. He has no claim, it's not his property. Yeah, dispute both of them, Mr. Matthews. Gameplay is fair use. When you claim fair use, gameplay is a selection you can choose. And just say you're streaming the game, or you're doing a video of based on the game. That's fair use because you're changing it. You're not putting the game online for people to be able to play. It's just a video of you playing it. So you should be able to win that. You should be able to dispute it and have it removed. Yeah, most of the time those claims just prevent you from being able to monetize it. So I'm not too worried about it as well. It's just when I see that stuff, especially stuff I put a lot of work into, like my Macross video, my review of Do You Remember Love, when that got a copyright claim, and that one prevented it from being viewed all over the world. I was like, wait a minute. Like, just because I'm using the music, you can like put it that it's demonetized, but like, just let people see it. I'm not making money off it. NT says, the strike I got on Pavery channel was from Studio Ghibli. I posted a clip from Princess Mononoke. You know what I'm trying to say. Jeez, tongue-tied. Where they use a sling. I got the strike. Gotcha. For my anime, it wasn't for the video. It was for the music. RCA Victor copyrighted me. So. But I asked them to be able to use it at fair use. They allowed me to use it, and the claim was lifted to where it's still demonetized, but it's viewable. So I've been pretty lucky. I haven't got a strike yet. So that's why I'm trying. I'm trying to keep my channel PG now. That's why I cut down on some of the excessive language in the streams when we do them, the live streams, and the DLC is still on break because I've been so busy. But if and when we do go back, then it'll definitely be like a more cleaned up version that be more accessible to normies as well. So that's where I'd like to go.
I've been all over the entire map and I overlooked it somewhere.
Megan Jenny says, on my holiday horrors for the 13th stream, I got claimed for using the Mrs. Voorhees loses her head theme, which is in the game. Same here, man. That's the claim I got. It's music that's in this game. And I got claimed by some random band saying they were the copyright owners. So that one is still up for dispute. I've claimed it, but I haven't heard back. So hopefully it gets lifted. Mr. Matthews says, Inti, wow, really? I used Simpson clips and haven't gotten any flack, even though I expected it to. Inti Bird says, I've heard Studio Ghibli is very stingy about that. So have I. I've heard different things about different animation companies, and that Ghibli can be a problem. So I stay away from that, and I stay away from Funimation. I don't mind using older animation, but Mr. Matthews says that's too bad. I like them. And he says also I only posted the clip, and only the clip. Technically, it was there, right? Oh, okay. See, with the fair use, you also have to transform it somehow, whether it be changing the music a bit, putting text over it, even if it's your logo. So I could technically do that, or changing the speed, changing the tempo. I've seen that a lot as well. I like that technique where you increase or decrease the speed of the video or the runtime. Because I got a claim on my Friday the 13th video, my top 5 moments from the first Friday the 13th movie. I got the same thing, and I said I've transformed this video. It's not the original runtime in the clips I've used, and I've either sped up or slowed down. And it got lifted. That was by Paramount. Paramount claimed that. Somebody says, yeah, I agree. It's their property and they can do what they want, but still. Oh, I agree. To me, it's all fair use. I feel they're just getting worse with it all the time. Mr. Master says, LOL, I've done that. Gotta do what you gotta do to get these videos up. With as little issue as possible. And I'll fully admit, with that Macross video I made, I used clips. I didn't change the speed.
Jason's killing my friends.
I used
out here. No, this is
a
not
CD
a
that I bought online.
Jason's
that was
here. Oh my God! Help!
Of the stuff, like it was an official CD of the soundtrack. So, like, I knew what I was doing. There you go. You can slow it down by even 2%, and the audience can't tell the difference. Exactly. Mega says, I do believe the people that claimed may be the actual people who owned it, and that's why I didn't dispute it. Gotcha. But it's a gameplay as well, Mega. This is gameplay. It's like, you think that happens on Twitch? This stuff doesn't happen on Twitch. People can gameplay whatever they want, and they're not going to get claimed. It shouldn't happen on YouTube as well. But YouTube's always been harsher on gameplay than they are about videos. That's why a lot of people have switched to Twitch in recent years. Mass exodus from YouTube in terms of game streamers. Mega says, could I get claimed for using the old DIC dub Sailor Moon music? Probably, but give it a shot, and you have to remove it. That's the worst case scenario. That you re-edit it, you take the music out, and you re-upload it. That's what I normally do. I don't use that option in the editor where you can remove the music, because it's not the same to me, because then you lose some other stuff sometimes. So, like, the everything gets muted in that section, even if you're talking. So I prefer to just delete, make it private or take it off of YouTube, and then re-upload the video.
Damn it! No!
Tommy jumps out into the bear trap. Mr. Matthews says, well, in my case, say I'm uploading a video of Mega Man 2, and then I get a copyright claim from a guy who did a hard rock cover of Bulbaman theme. That's essentially what happened. Nah, man, he can't do that. Not like a guy who has a cover can't claim the rights to the music, because he doesn't own it. So I would fight that. I would definitely dispute that. You'll win that easily. Just fair use, fair use, fair use. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get a refresh on my drink. While Tommy tries to escape Camp Crystal Lake.
No! Please, no! Help me! Please! Yeah! Oh!
That's my good boy. Mommy has a reward for you. Come home, sweetie.
We're back in the lobby. How'd Tommy die? I didn't see it. I was too busy raiding my fridge. Talk about pizza. Make it get going on about pizza. I'm like, oh, I need to find something. Oh, we're already ready. ET says, audio seems to trigger the copyrights more than video for whatever reason. I agree with that. Mr. Matthews says that I'm sure it was even in behalf of the guy specifically. It was the robot acting on behalf of his label. And I think it was the timing of my gameplay section that happened to match the length of his own song. Mega says I used a bit of the Hadouken theme from Street Fighter II Victory, a 90s anime, in my Batman vs. Ninja Turtles review and got no claim, so I think that's fair use. Agreed. As long as you're transforming it somehow, you can change it. As long as it's not the whole thing, or you're talking over it, or you got some type of logo over it, the speed, all that good stuff. And he says, no, there's no way he can do that. It's not even his own interpretation of the tune. And Mr. Matthews says, I already filed a dispute framing it as just simple misunderstanding on the part of the bot. Mr. Matthews says, like I said, I don't think the guy himself has anything to do with it, and he'd probably drop it himself if he could. And he says, for example, if you choose classical music, that's public domain, but if you choose the London Symphony Orchestra interpretation of that classical melody, then they have a claim on that, but not the OG. Exactly. Exactly, Auntie. And the movie that I'll be doing some metal live stream, but I'll watch a video of, will be a public domain movie. For sure. I did Night of the Living Dead last year. I'm not sure what I'm going to do this year, but it will be, we will have that before Halloween. And there we are again. Here we go, guys. That's us. Part 2 Jason. We might want to change it back to part 3 Jason, because part 2 Jason, even though I like him because he's creepy, Sackhead is not the
Make
strongest.
them suffer.
Alright, let's do this. Oh, it's Pinehurst. Great. Huge map. There's nobody around here. I do see signs over there, signals, but sound signals, but they're not by us. This person is idle. I'll take one free kill. Why not?
That's my boy. Hunt them down and make them pay.
Pinehurst is a big map for part 2 Jason to cover, but we'll see what we can do. At least we got one kill. Alrighty, we're off to a good start. Because the person was not playing. Or just gave up.
Please no!
Ah. I guess their move of doubling back, but I screwed up on the shift.
Help! Oh god!
Yeah. Screwed that one up. Really?
Jason, boy, do you know what your gift is? No matter what they do to you, you cannot die. You can never die.
Yeah, I left the window undamaged. My mistake. Alright, let's get back to playing the normal plans here. This person's like, again? Pete, did you get the Genesis Mini yet? Mr. Matthew says, I have not. And Megan says, his stream starts with at 11:30 with Jesse Milestone, but until then, he's going to keep us all entertained. Thank you. Thank you. It's still Genesis in Canada, right? Yep. Actually, it's Gynesis. It's now pronounced Gynesis.
No!
Really?
Fuck you!
Up, Jason.
With a lead pipe? Vanessa, you beast.
Kill them.
That and part 2 Jason is just a baby. What the heck was that? Trying to hit me at a morph almost did.
Do you know what your gift is? No matter what they do to you, you cannot die. You can never die.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Almost hit me coming at a morph.
Two of us here have been keeping Jason busy, so get done what you can. There's a Tommy.
No!
I'm not gonna waste my time with this anymore. Block off the Monza.
She's up by the car.
Jason, my boy. Do you know what your gift is?
Oh, they're gonna firecracker me while I'm paused.
Cannot
No,
die.
did
You
not.
can never die.
Ah,
They
right in the
want to
face.
hurt you,
Right in the
Jason.
face.
Don't let them.
No! No!
Come, Jenny, come. Come to me. It must happen. Not that! Not that! Right in the eye socket says Inti Bird. Yeah, it got me again.
You got me.
Oh shit, sorry dude, I didn't have a weapon. I didn't see.
That's my
You
Jason.
just had the fuse box.
That's my special.
It looks like it's
boy.
trapped.
They're at the boat. They can have the boat. Ah! Went the wrong way. Yeah! Got one of them. That's all I wanted. One of the trolls.
They deserve to die, Jason. Make them suffer.
Vanessa with a speed boost is friggin' ridiculous. Like, come on. Really, a pot? Ah, missed again. Turned the wrong way. Get out of here, Vanessa. Gone. Now I can go back.
That's my boy. Hunt them down and make them pay.
Oh, I missed again. Man, I'm brutal. I'm out of pocket knives. Or throwing knives, I mean. I don't have a shift, so just run away, run away, run away. Oh my god. How many times am I gonna miss that shift grab?
Help! Oh God.
Finally! And the pocket knife. Of course, the second pocket knife.
Take you from me, Jason. Don't let them.
Really?
They want to hurt you, Jason. Don't let them.
At least I get the kill.
Help! Oh God.
Oh my god. I missed it again, guys. Missed it again. 2 minutes gotta be coming up soon.
Please. No.
There we go.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good game, good game.
GG.
Stupid wheelbarrow.
6 of 8. Not bad, not bad. I'll
Beautiful
take that.
mother.
Have you played the Game Boy Mega Man games? I have not. I've never played Mega Man on a Sega console, Intibird says. I've played those like rarely. I think a little bit on like emulators, but not too much. I love the Streets of Rage music, and it only has 2. The music is so groovy. The boss theme for Streets of Rage 2 is one of my favorites. 2 is the best anyway. Or maybe it's the 1 or 2. Mega's talking earlier. I think he was talking about the game. He says, I actually tried to buy a hockey mask and carve a cut in the upper left side to make it like Jason's mask, but sadly my Big Lots doesn't sell hockey masks anymore. Boo. Ah, that's too bad, Mega. But you can always buy the NEC replicas online. That's what I ended up getting with the version that it's in the back up there on my wall that I got with the Ultimate Slasher version. I bought it again when it got released again, just because I wanted that stuff. And I thought it came with a poster. I thought it was going to be like a full size poster, and it was like a little small poster. Still cool, but. And I also got the 8-bit Jason pop, wherever that went. It used to be here on display. I think he's back there, but that's a Canadian exclusive.
That's Dawn. I like you. You're Chad.
There we go. Nashville's best gumbo likes me. I says,
No, it's the fact that I only respect Chad.
oh, Chad.
He's the best character. He's the only character that you can play. The rest.
There you go, Mega. Cobra Kai never die.
Everyone should change their.
An entire Chad game.
No, I don't like fear.
Chad is great. Come on, Dago Babwood.
Well, I
Chad
want to
is-
survive past the first
I
minute,
bet you want to be
so...
Chad. Small part of you is like, damn, I wish I locked into Chad.
Everybody's about Chad, man. Mr. Matthews says the developer who did the Game Boy series did the Genesis game, so pretty much that level of competence, which is pretty good, to be honest. And he says I had Mega Man 5 for Game Boy. The Robot Masters were themed after the planet in the solar system. Mercury was easy, I remember. Let's go back to make sure I didn't miss anything.
What are the best perks to run with Chad?
Mega says I can't wait till I level up enough so I can choose what weapons to use each. Yeah, exactly. Mix them up.
I don't really play.
Mr. Matthews says I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick one up. I have a spare $100. Mr. Matthews says Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra, Hardcore. Are you kidding me? Are we going again as Jason? Oh no, not twice. I want to be Chad a little bit more.
I have to do something. have to
You don't
escape.
have to do anything, Chad. You're a beast in your own way. You just do you, Chad. That's all we can ever ask. You do you. Chad still hasn't caught his breath. There we go. Mega Jetty says, which do you prefer, a rainy night or clear night? Both, man. I like the effect. Originally it was just a clear night. Then they added the rain like in the second year. I love the rain. I love the detail of it. So I'd have to say rainy. Mr. Matthews says the real game we win is the friends we make along the way, Chad. It's not about being Chad. It's about living as Chad. Man, I am going to have to eat something after I get off stream. I'm not sure what I'm going to eat yet. Mega says, I actually found one of the tapes when playing online as a counselor. Sweet, man. The tapes are awesome. Was it like orange or blue? Because the Pamela tapes are the orange ones and the Tommy tapes are the blue ones. And just wait till they do like double XP events, because then they increase the tape spawns as well, so you'll find a lot of them now. That's how I finished my collection. It took me forever to get the last Tommy tape. Literally forever. Mr. Matthews says make ramen. I wish. I don't have any. But my freezer is filled with smoked meat. I brought a ton back from Montreal. It's one of their go-tos in terms of what they make, so... I bought a big brick of meat for some random upcoming special occasions, probably New Year's. Just like defrost it, heat it up, and good to go. He just says, I think it was a Tommy tape. But you can see that in your progression screen as well. It'll tell you which one it is in the progression option. It'll have a list of the Pamela and Tommy. You can go in there. It'll be highlighted. I actually almost lost Jason once by running away and crouching. He couldn't find me. It wasn't until I tried sneaking about that it stumbled upon me. A bit in the dust. Gotcha. Yeah, some counselors have better stealth than others. And if you're not moving, certain Jasons can't see you if they're not using the stealth. When did the double XP events occur? Where there was one at Friday the 13th. But they do them all the time now. They literally do them all the time. So there'll be one in December at Friday the 13th. But whenever they have like a special occasion, they just announce it randomly. The next one that I know of will be December 13th. But it'll come up again before that. I'm sure of it. I'm sure they'll do one in October for Halloween. Guaranteed they'll do it. Inti says Friday the 13th weekends. But they'll do it before that. I'm sure they'll do it at Halloween as well. Because they'll want people buying the game and playing the game. Chad has the phone part. Can he contribute again? Team Builder Chad over here. Hopefully it's on the big house. I'm just looking for a pocket knife in case J-Man's already put a bear trap on it. October, definitely. So everybody can wear the skimpy Halloween costumes. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Chad since we always rock this one. I'll have to wear the other one with the the white stars. Oh, I hear a Mr. Matthews Goodwill story. I gotta finish fixing the phone here because Chad, that's what Chad does. Chad helps people.
Yo, who the fuck destroyed the video? I don't give a shit, Beverly.
Who the fuck destroyed this?
Who the
Oh,
fuck
Anton.
destroyed the radio? That's all I
Look,
care about. I don't
Guys,
care about your survival.
welcome to Brethren. Hello.
Oh God.
Friends,
I
please
wasn't
get
even
out
talking
here.
to you too.
No, this is
Hello,
not
my
a
brother.
prank.
Who are you
Oh my
talking to?
God,
I'm trying to
please,
fix his radio.
Please help. Hurry.
Why?
Help.
Oh. Am I a gen? I don't know. Am I? I'm trying to fix
3 Chads and Speedos, boys. 3 Chads and Speedos. Oh, the orange. Yeah, we could just do the. We can just do the orange Speedo, the
I
Goku.
can't believe we only have
It's-
3 Chads.
It says I am dead, but I am still alive. I am a Chad indeed.
So we do have 4 Chads. Who do
I'm
you
still
have,
here.
huh?
I'm still here. I'm still here, baby.
Alright.
Who do you have?
Bro, you heard. Try to finish me off, huh?
Hey, shut up, you're property. You can't.
Very close, Jason. Try to get me once.
While the 3 Chads keep them busy, I'll do some repair work.
Ooh, close one.
Should be LB to finish it. Nope, another RB.
There. Got it.
Helper Chad to the rescue. You found some Game Boy games. Operation C, Castlevania Adventure, and Gremlins 2. Oh man, that's awesome. All the Goodwill stories continue. Yeah. And an RB to finish. I pressed the wrong button. I double clicked. Double tapped. Oh, we were so close. We didn't finish it. Alright, let's make our way up to the, let's just make our way towards the cops. I think we're good. Helper Chad has done his job. Alright. Unless the gas is in here. Then we can try to escape. Using the car, but nope. It is not. So let's just hide here while the Chads, the 3 Chads, or how many left, or continue to troll J-Man. Let's run for it, guys. We can do this. Chad Power. Kensington Power. Come on, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Yes! We can do this.
Please, no!
You're not catching Chad full bore. Sorry, man. Sorry, dude. But full run, you're not catching Chad. That's not happening. One thing is, he's fast. And we're out. Nice to know, accidentally screamed with the gasoline fill or circuit repair doesn't result in zero fuel. No. It continues on. It continues on. So it's just a guess. Just take your best guess. And there's patterns. If you see a couple of the right one, if you see L1 a couple times, then you know an R1's coming. You know one's coming. So it's worth a shot. Nope.
You can't get
Came
that
back as
one,
Chad.
please.
2 Chads and a Tommy. Chad face. It's all about Chad face.
No, God! Oh, no! You want some more? No. Please, no!
OG Kirby was white, not pink. And he didn't absorb powers. He only sucked and swallowed. He didn't dress up.
Yeah, you bastard!
Yeah, take your shit. Take your shit. Let's get out of here.
You want some more?
He got the kill and it glitched again. Yeah, he just shot Wimpy Guts of Air. Oh, okay. Oh, look, we're all hanging out. We're all hanging out in the background. That's hilarious.
It's a safe haven for
hell?
all of us.
That's crazy.
So we all escaped, but we can't finish.
That dude dead alive, so there's a body still alive in the game right now.
Yeah, Jason was trying to grab it. Well, guess this is a good time to go make some coffee.
4 minutes. Meggy Jetty says, interesting that the one girl's Halloween outfit is not only Wonder Woman, but also Wonder Woman variant of Batman and Superman. Oh yeah, Vanessa. That's a funny glitch. I haven't seen that one before. I think that guy died. He did. He must have. I heard him being crushed.
You see, I told you, Beverly Mark, I was alive. You didn't believe
Yeah,
me.
Jar Jar's dead. Gouged.
But I'm always right.
Dude was trolling too much. We could have had a team escape. Like it says, I actually managed to get into Jason's shed and get his mask once. Nice. Aw, everybody's leaving. But the Chads are still here. The Chads are still here. Really? A two-player game? Everybody left. Okay. Well, one of us is going to be Jason and one isn't. Gumbo, I tried it once. It was disgusting. Ah, depends on what type it is. I can dig some gumbo. And Inti says, take the mask with you and Jason won't be alerted. And Mega says, thanks, I'll remember that for next time. That's true. Let's see who's Jason. We're both Sackhead. So we won't know until we load in. Or we're just stuck in the screen waiting for players. Back in '98 when I went as an exchange student to Alabama. Oh yeah. There you go. Gotcha. Oh, we are going. I thought we were waiting. Two-player match. We'll probably do one more after this. Two-player match is pathetic. We'll probably wrap it up after one more match. One more real match. Well, I'm not Jason because it's bloody Jason.
Oh God!
Come
what am I
on,
gonna do?
Chad. You got this. You're by yourself. You're Chad. Believe. Believe, brother. You got this. Mega says one of these days we gotta play even if it's not a Friday. For sure, man. We definitely do. I'm always up for some. Ah! Redshirt says Chad must die. I think in this case he will. He will. Mr. Matthews says it can be good, like when it's sweet and spicy and lots of big chunks of Cajun sausage and crawfish and shrimp and corn and clams. Oh yeah, that sounds good to me. Good Louisiana gumbo. Oh no! Die for Sebi, Chad. I think we're done. Really? I'm in the right place.
Oh God, no!
Oh, I got both points! I got the stunner and the pyro! What a glitch. Uh-oh. I'm gonna break out. Getting another kill. Getting all these free kills. There we go. Jaw rip. Mega says, my first one-on-one match with Brian Yates, I had a hard time locating him. It was a 2-minute mark that I spotted him swimming in the river and I managed to get him and earned the Jaws badge. Nice. Inty Bird says, bad cook, I guess. I like seafood a lot.
Mommy.
Mega says, by the way, what do the badges do? I think they're like a mix of XP and it's just like really for your own collection to be like, hey, I got this badge. I don't think it does anything other than that. And Mr. Melly says that, but I like most foods. Tripa tacos, for example. Inti says, Mega GD, I think XP. Other than that, nothing, I believe. I'm with you there, Inti. I think it's like just so you can have it. And Dagobah Bud got 3 kills for the price of 1 there. So let's get back in. We'll try to get back into one more game because I'd like to get to level 30. I'm just going to change it that we spawn as a counselor so we can get out. Actually, I should stay as Jason because you get better XP as Jason as long as you get the kills. Chad has a big ding dong. Okay. Lucas Bonbons, Big Dog 42069. Big Dog 42069.
Yeah, if I took another.
I think that might be trouble. So let's just derpy burpy. How they do that? Mike is right. Mooses and Chad has a big dog. Come on, Chad Kensington. Let's escape one more time. Get us to level 30, and then we will call it a night for tonight.
I didn't hear it. Please repeat.
I can't hear any of it. How they do that? I didn't know you had a mic, or you'd be muted too. Ah, we have 2 Adams in this game. Man, don't see that too often. And we have a Deborah and a Bugsy, and Lucas Bonbons comes in with Kenny with the 5 o'clock shadow and the eye makeup. He always, like, the Kenny character, that avatar looks like he's wearing eyeshadow. I say it every week, but it looks like he's wearing eyeshadow. I think that's Bloody Jason. Yeah, it is. That's not us. That is Bloody Jason. So at the end of the night, we will be Chad. Oh, good spawn point.
I gotta get out of here. Now.
Let's rock this match, guys.
There. Got it.
Chad is trying to send you a dick pic.
I do not want that picture. Nothing else here. A rifle. Let's take that rifle.
To you. It's to both of you. I need you to accept his friend request so he can send you it.
Let's go this way. I hear inappropriate language brewing. Car repair. They're taking my car! I just want the gas. I don't care about them. They can have the car. They took the gas back. Meh. Back the other way we go. Heading towards the washrooms. Marcy's playground. In a certain way. Well, not a very fun playground. It's not the worst, getting a pocket knife. Well, Derpy Burpy is Jason. Nope. Yeah, I'll take a map. Always good to have a map. Second can of first aid spray. Yeah, I'll change it up for some firecrackers. There it is. No! Get out of here, Derpy Burpy. You're not making me waste my thing.
Oh my God! What happened?
Did the chat freeze or something? I don't think so. I think people just got quiet. I thought that for a moment too, that the chat froze, but no, I think everybody just stopped talking. We're at that sweet spot, that 3-hour mark. I'd go a bit later tonight, but I'm pretty beat from the week, so...
Okay, all set. Time to get out of here.
I never leave without you, Vanessa. I mean, Deborah. Don't have to get upset about it. That was a quick one. Repaired the car and got out with little issue. So we'll watch the rest of the Mr. Matthews said, no, I made a very poignant observation about the other people in the game and it was there in the chat for a minute then disappeared. Oh yeah. I never even saw it come up.
Put in the battery, bro. Yeah, I got the keys, bro. Oh, fuck. We're so fucked, bro.
Oh, here comes the swearing. Here comes the swearing.
No.
I never saw the comment, Mr. Matthews. It never came up on my screen.
Oh, hey, bro, man. How's it going?
I think that's one of his buddies. Just let him get away with repairing the
We
box.
need to get every last motherfucking cop out here to Camp Crystal Lake. Jason is here. Did you hear me? It's Jason. He's back.
Copy on the road here, Pete. 10-4 is 97.
Thank you, Inti. Says, well done, victory on the last game. Chad did a lot tonight again. Like I'm actually getting pretty good with Chad, I gotta admit.
Bro, Beans, how's it going? We're just gonna go this way now, bro.
So Red Shirt and OG and definitely Sebi.
Yeah, bro, if you believe it.
Definitely Sebi.
There's
Sebi's not
always
gonna
a way,
be a
bro.
big fan of that when he sees Chad escaping all the time in future streams, but I thought I muted that guy.
Justin the dong, bro.
Oh boy. Lols. The game going off the rails. Anyways, I'm going to wrap the stream up, guys. Everyone, thanks as always for joining me. Glad we could do this again. Sorry again for missing last week, but definitely we'll be back the next coming Friday into October. We'll do every Friday if we can, and more. Hopefully get some more live streams and during the month of October. Not just Friday the 13th, some other stuff. But thank you so much, guys. Inti Bird, Mr. Matthews, Mega Jetty, OG, Red Shirt, both Robo Cub and Zombie Cat Cub was with us. Snowdub popped in. Soy-based Jeremy. Open-minded movie man. We had a ton of people here tonight. I think we had like 17 or 18 viewers, man. You guys are awesome. The stream just keeps growing and growing. So yeah, looking forward to more. Don't have too much else left. We've been talking all night. It's been a great night, and I hope you all have a good weekend. I'll talk to you next Friday, and I'll talk to you soon. Oops.
Do I sell feet pics? Yes, 100%.